Last week, I shared with you 7 practical tips on how to improve your mental health right now. If you haven't seen that video, you can watch it here. Today, I kind of want to revisit one of those steps because there are a whole host of benefits outside of just the mental health that I think you would love. And if you're bold enough, stick around to the very end because I'm going to be issuing a challenge and a giveaway to the winner of said challenge. What's up, superhumans? My name is Brandon Talbot. If you're new to this channel, I like to create content that's going to help you move, feel, and perform better both mentally and physically. If you're into that sort of thing, if living a healthier lifestyle is your jam, hit that like button and subscribe. Today we are talking exposure therapy. And I'm not talking about therapy for those people who like to expose themselves to other people. No, I'm not actually talking about that. I'm talking specifically about exposure to extreme environments like the cold. In last week's video, I talked about the mental health benefits of regular cold showers.
Oh, shit. No. Oh.
Just as a quick recap, scientists believe that as we evolved as humans and we improved technologies that decreased the amount of discomfort we felt, specifically the discomfort that we felt through the physiological stressors of a harsh environment like extreme temperatures, it decreased our brain's cognitive function. Exposure to those harsh environments, the extreme temperatures, like a cold shower, it actually improves those neural connections from our peripheral nerve cells to our brains. And it sends a very large electrical signal to our brain that kind of has an antidepressant-like effect. But as I stated earlier, there are many other benefits besides just the mental ones. And these I think you're going to take a huge interest in. In our infant state, as humans, we have a large amount of brown adipose tissue, or brown fat. And as we age, this brown fat decreases. And you might be thinking, well, that's great because I want less fat. But this is where you would be wrong, because not all fat is created equal. We have brown fat and we have white fat. And white fat is the fat that kind of hangs around our midsection and really doesn't do us any favors. And it's this accumulation of white fat that actually increases our health risk for cardiovascular disease and some other things. Brown fat actually helps burn that white fat. You see, brown fat is actually activated when we need to produce heat in a process called thermogenesis. I think I've mentioned this a couple times. So after some exposure therapy, like a cold shower, we've got to regulate our heat. Brown fat is activated, heat rises. That greater heat is from greater energy expenditure, and that greater energy expenditure obviously is going to burn more of that white fat. So yes, just taking a really cold shower can actually help you burn more fat. The other huge benefit that cold exposure has is it improves insulin sensitivity. And as much fun as greater fat loss is, insulin sensitivity I think is more important. And I talked about this a little bit during my sprinting video. Basically, whenever you eat food, right, we take in food, that food gets broken down into glucose in our digestive system. As glucose enters the bloodstream, blood sugar rises, and our pancreatic beta cells produce insulin to stabilize that blood sugar. So now you know, just by getting in a cold shower, we can improve hormone response. We can improve fat loss. We can improve the partitioning of calories into greater muscle building and fat loss. And we can improve our overall health. Also in that video, the 7 practical steps to better mental health, I mentioned the increase of lipopolysaccharides and cytokines from eating gluten. These 2 things contribute to greater systemic inflammation. And as they often do, scientists studied some rats that with 7 days of consistent cold exposure at a temperature of 4 degrees Celsius, which is 39 degrees Fahrenheit, they inhibited those inflammatory cytokines by increasing thermogenesis to that white fat. Cold exposure has so many benefits and has been very beneficial in my own life. So much so that, like the gratitude challenge, I thought a 30-day cold exposure challenge would be exactly what you need. So I am issuing a 30-day cold exposure challenge. It's all about 30 days of getting uncomfortable. And the cold can definitely be uncomfortable. Now, some of you might hate this idea. Actually, I know a lot of you hate this idea. I posed this question to my Instagram family, and an overwhelming amount of people were like, hell nah, which was 115 invites at the time of this recording. But I implore you to reconsider, and to help ease your mind about this, I've created kind of a little protocol to go from super beginner, I hate the cold, to advanced, I could live in just 30 days. For the first 7 days, we're just going to toggle between cold and warm, a little contrast shower. And you're going to do each for 15 to 30 seconds. So 15 to 30 seconds warm shower, 15 to 30 seconds cold shower. Just flip-flop between the two. And we're going to try to do this for a total of 2 minutes of cold. All right, now for days 8 through 14, we're still going to use those contrast showers. But at the end of the contrast shower, I want you to go one more time to cold, and each day go a little bit longer and try to work your way up to a full 2 minutes. All right, so now we're into the intermediate level of exposure ninja awesomeness. So days 15 through 21, if my math serves me correctly, we're going to do like a cold tub. So now we're going to be doing full body immersion. All right, so not hands. We're going to leave our hands out to start. And we're going all the way up to our neck, but we're going right in. So we're going to fill the tub up as cold as we can get it. We're going to sink in, and we're going to start off with 2 minutes. All right, so no longer than 2 minutes, but each day we're going to try to increase that up. Okay, so 15, 30 seconds maybe on the next day, another 15 to 30 seconds the day following that. Try to work our way up to about 5 minutes. All right, days 22 through 28. Now we're in that intermediate advanced level of ninja cold awesomeness. Exposure champion. We're going to do a straight cold shower for 5 minutes. No warm, no contrast, and we're just going to go straight for 5 minutes. Okay? 5.
That sucked.
See, the thing about like a tub is when you sit in there, the water kind of comes to a rest, and the water immediately surrounding you gets a little warmer. That's why the cold tub in this situation is actually less intense than free-flowing cold water for like a constant 5 minutes. All right, for the last just few days here, 28, 29, 30, we're going super advanced, and now we're going ice bath. Hands in all the way up to our neck, 2 minutes. Don't go longer than this on the first day. If you can do 3 or 4 minutes on the next day, awesome. You could also switch out the ice bath for a cryotherapy chamber. I would definitely suggest you use an electronic chamber as opposed to the nitrogen-filled one. They are, when I say less risky, there have been no incidents at all with an electronic chamber as compared to the nitrogen chamber. All that Antonio Brown nonsense, that was with a nitrogen-filled chamber. So I use the one at US Cryotherapy, and I've been talking about this forever because I've been using it for like the last 3 or 4 years. It's like a negative 140 degrees. You have like mittens on and like protective gear to make sure your extremities don't get like frostbite, but it works, and it works super well. All right, this challenge is not an easy one, so to make it sweeter, I am going to have a prize, a giveaway for the winner. And to see all those details and the rules, I need you to follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be posting it there. All right, thanks for watching. As always, if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. It goes a long way to help the channel grow, and with more growth comes better and better content for you. And if you would like to be notified as to when I'm going to drop new content, just hit the little alarm button, little notification button down below, and you'll be notified when I do release that new content. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.